Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Rando community. We are here with round one of brackets for the ALTTPR main tournament. This is Mocha Jones, joined by Lana Bean. Lana, how are you doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. Hope you're doing well also. And chat, you too.
Yes, this is the very first game of brackets, as we were just talking about before we went live here. We have Eyker and FuriousMagic.
It's going to be a great matchup for sure. And of note, we do have Link Force handling our tracking tonight. Thank you so much. And Jaxie helping with the restream. So thank you as well.
Yeah, as you can see at the top, we do have inverted key sanity flute start. So this is gonna be fun. I don't know if your brain works opposite of how it should for inverted, but this is gonna be an amazing time.
Oh, it's great. We saw a bunch of this in the qualifiers, pardon me, in the brackets. Goodness gracious. We saw a bunch of this already anyway, so it's a starting flute, starting Dark World. Your flute's activated, and it's inverted, so we're trying to make our way to Light World.
Yeah, it seems like we have a water-themed sprites here with Sailor Mercury and Lapras. So there is a bet in chat saying, what is going to be the first item today? It does look like it's just $50.
Bad early money, at least. Oh, curious. I think Eyker did not realize that the flute was activated.
Well, having that flute activated does give access to a whole lot of the world already. So Eyker is go ahead and checking and see what Mire is. It does appear to be quick to open it, and go ahead and going into the Mire shed.
Good common early check to very quick checks, and if it happens to have bombs, you can flute right back or save and quit to get Hype Cave. Or if it has money, you could do Shooting Game.
Yeah, but we did get $20, so we can at least go through Shooting Game. We did see a Tier 1 tree pull from Furious. It did just appear to be hearts. And Furious is going into the back of Skull Woods.
I don't mind this move. This mode has a tendency to put some sort of progression in Skull Woods, whether it's a glove or a hammer. So it's definitely not a bad play.
Yeah. The thing about inverted is we just have 3 hearts at the beginning, and that is a big key to pod.
Yeah, if the Gyarados don't play nicely, that definitely makes it more of a pain, but thankfully you could still tank 1 hit if you need to. And a big key to GT is not immediately useful, but required.
I mean, talk about there being required items in Skull Woods. Hey, that's pretty required.
It is. And we've got Eyker doing some bow game as expected. A great way to get early money, especially if you need to make that pod play.
Looks like FuriousMagic did get that small key and then just take a Death Warp to the other side.
It's a good decision. It's definitely faster than walking. If you had boots, you might consider doing that, but otherwise, yeah, Death Warp is not a bad call. And a small key from Big Game to... Ooh, pod.
Ooh, that is our first pod small.
Well, we've got... Go for it.
I was going to say, Eyker is... Oh, there's our second pod small in Skull Woods. But like I was saying, Eyker is trying to get more money. Like,
yeah. Good idea. And our third pod small.
This game isn't saying go with the pod early, is it?
Could be. I mean, you have enough right now to do the front checks, including big key chest. Oh, and a fire rod in chest game. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I do want to go ahead and note that we did find the Thieves Town small key as well.
Yes. Definitely required if Thieves Town is a pendant, but too early to tell if it is required. Because it is only 1 check. But with this many pod keys, I'm making that an early stop. You can check big key chest, still have enough keys to get to the back, or you can decide to not do big key chest and do harmless hellway. But either way, pod is looking like a very tempting early play, especially if you can mimic clip.
I do want to say, bomb lock bombs is always fun.
Indeed. All right. Big key 2, Turtle Rock. And bombs. So good eye, Dave.
That's pretty decent. We did get a shield first check, so we have a little bit of frontal defense, but who really cares about shield?
Shield is evil. My opinion. Not the opinion of anybody else, just me. But anybody who knows me knows I dislike shields. They block your sprite. But anyway, on to the race. We got Thieves Town for Eyker. And a big ketapod, holy moly, and a moon pearl.
That's a very nice moon pearl.
That's a nice little bowling ball early on, holy cow. If they find a lamp, I'm definitely going into pod, that's for sure.
Now we still don't really have Dark World access. Dark World access in this is weird, because we're in Dark World, so when I say Dark World, I mean going into Light World. But yeah, we don't have really a way to get there yet.
Not quite. Still need a glove and a hammer or 2 gloves. But I have a feeling that pod's got to have one of those things there. Could be a hammer, you never know. But either way, this game is really pushing us towards pod.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder when someone's going to flee up the mountain.
It's... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's at least a check that we can make.
It is. Logically, 2 checks in Super Bunny. Not logically, you could rescue Gary, and that's a thing, but it does take extra time, and it's not logic without the lamp, but no less, it is a decision.
And we've been talking about pod all this whole 6 minutes of the start of the game. We're heading into pod.
That's a good call. With all these early keys, I mean, the only thing that they have not gotten multiple pod keys. So Eyker currently does not know there are multiple other keys available. So when Furious goes there, they're going to have a better selection for sure.
Yeah, I don't believe Eyker actually went into Skull Woods, so loosen out on those 2 keys in there. But we are in pod. We can go check some. We have a mushroom. That could be an item. Could be used for fake powdering. Who knows?
Yeah, not going to be of much use till we get Light World access, but it is something to keep in mind and something that's easy to check. But we don't know if Eyker is going to be bitten a little bit by not dipping Skullwoods first, because those extra pod keys, while useful, technically I don't think logically it puts a lot into play with how you can misuse keys.
Saved by small key.
Holy cow. Alright, well, that's what, pod key number 4?
That's 4 small pods.
Okay, this seed is pretty loaded early with a big key to Desert found by Eyker in pod. Does not look like we have any indication that we're going to go do any mimic clipping yet, though.
Yeah, my guess would be that we'll probably see the back of a pod here, which is what it looks like Eyker is heading to. And with that fire rod, the dark basement is in logic.
Okay, we'll see if that pod key really saves some time here. Or the pod keys, I should say, that Furious has that Eyker does not. Looks. Oh, hi,
Oh
Lamp.
my! Hello,
So
Lampin.
yeah, big chest pod is gonna be a call. Oh, and a
And
hook
hook shot.
shot. Holy moly! So it does not look like Eyker is going to be bitten too hard from this, because as long as you can hammer Yump, you're going to be able to get most of what Furious is going to be able to get right now.
That was a call right there. And we have our first sword.
Wow, that could be our first logical sword with how many pod keys we found. Oh, don't want to see more than one of those, though.
Well, that one key does allow us to get pretty good into getting both of the items that's actually in Castle Tower.
It does, but if they find one more, they have AGA access logical.
And oh my, 5 pod smalls.
Okay, pod is definitely the call. You could misuse all the keys and still be able to get your hook shot and your sword.
I don't know what to say about the seed.
The only thing bad for Eyker currently is if there is more progression in pod, either via Big Key Chest, Harmless Hellway, but otherwise, logically speaking, Eyker's pretty much got most of what is likely there.
Yeah, we will more than likely definitely see what pod holds for us today from Furious. Furious will probably love seeing all the items in the back of pod.
Yeah, a couple more checks for Furious over Eyker, but otherwise, most likely Eyker's doing what the seed wants you to do. Take that lamp rescue, Gary, and go up Death Mountain to see what's up there with that Moon Pearl. Yeah, comment from chat, definitely painful if one of those items that are missed are something like a hammer. That is very true. Early to tell, though. We'll see.
Something to note. I don't think we've seen any maps today.
None so far. Not even a compass, I think. Pod 6, Pod 6! Oh.
Nope, Ganon Tower. Which is good to have at least one Ganon Tower small key heading up there.
True. But this is a mode where unless you're going into GT with a fighter sword, you're pretty much not going to clear any of it other than climbing.
We already know that the top of Spec Rock is nothing. Let's see if anything is in there. For our runners, I hope it's hammer. And it's a big key. Hey, it's something.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah. We're going to go grab it. Could be a Thieves' Town to put Thieves' Town in logic minus the hammer, but then again, the hammer may not be logically needed since they got that small key, and I don't know how logic works in this mode, in some things.
Logic, there's no such thing as logic. Actually, there's logic, it's just really weird. There's our Thieves' Town big key.
It
so we know where the big and small key are for Thieves' Town.
But no hammer as of yet, and a compass for desert and harmless Heckway, so FuriousMagic does not gain an advantage, at least in that check.
But we will see Eastside Death Mountain from here now.
Yeah, got that hook shot, and there's plenty of checks over here. At least 8.5 checks, I think, through at least being able to view Floating Island and 7 items in Paradox and 1 more in the cave you really don't want to do without boots.
I'm gonna say, hey, there's boots.
I gotta stop saying stuff, chat. I'm sorry.
Hey, just take the title of being a witch away from me, please.
Yeah, at least the boots are in GT.
But this one's like these runners do not have any kind of heart upgrades yet. There's one.
Okay. And we're about to find out if Eyker is going to regret not going to pod with more keys. Yes! Oh my gosh, there is a hammer in pod. I do not see Eyker going back fairly quickly, even after going to Skullwoods.
Oh, French vanilla hammer. Wow.
Oh my gosh, that is not only a weapon, but that is with the glove light world access. So far, boots, but no sign of a glove on Death Mountain yet. So Eyker is still definitely not even remotely out of this yet. He hasn't even gone into Skullwoods, and with this amount of gear, you're gonna run out of checks pretty quickly unless you find like 2 gloves. Then you're not going back to pod anytime soon.
Yeah, Eyker has a whole lot that they can do right now, but especially if we there's a mirror. Eyker can do all of Death Mountain right now.
God, that is actually laser bridge. 5 heart green mail laser bridge. Let's go.
This seed is already something.
It is. We know that it appears neither runner can mimic clip or doesn't care to even try. So who knows if there's something right side pod as well. But otherwise, this seed is asking him to do some low heart things right now.
There is a book which could be something. Who knows?
Well, that is desert once we get to Light World through the south, because we do have that big key. We don't have the small key yet, but we do have a big key to desert.
Oh,
yeah.
Cannot get that.
Eyker finding out that, yeah, we're still missing an important piece to get into there. But rightfully realizing that there is more to do. Curiously, though, not using boots.
Yeah, also that.
Oh, that is right. As pointed out from chat, you do have access to Hookshot Cave, but you have to mirror from that little floating island. And Eyker realizes this, so a very, very heads-up play from Eyker. I haven't seen Eyker actually use the boots since getting them, though.
Chat, what are those?
Six. Oh my gosh, this could still be a Naga seed. In fact, at this point, with as few checks as these runners actually have, this is, depending on what's on Laser Bridge, and Naga seed. Eyker can't quite decide where to go. You could go out of the front there, but you'd have to use 2 precious bombs to do it. So looks like we're going to maybe do Laser Bridge at this point.
I would imagine so.
Okay, and Furious knows that those are boots. All right. Oh, all right. So Eyker, you got the hook shot. I guess the big key to tier. Oh, hi, Pod 6.
Maybe that will direct Eyker back to pod.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So, but the fact of the matter is they still haven't been to Skullwoods yet, so still missing several keys.
And Eyker remembers boots.
Okay, this is good.
Okay, I don't foresee Eyker getting lava chests. I might be wrong. Hopefully they're just getting that small key from the Pokey and noping out.
If we get a bow on Laser Bridge, that will be hilarious.
Oh, never mind. We do want lava chests. There's a glove.
Okay, this is excellent. This is, well, once he gets the hammer, this is Light World access.
Oh, that's just evil.
But if for some reason you find a bow on Laser Bridge or here, nope, not here, then that would push you back towards pod, which is a good thing.
The things you have to do to get those gloves though, because we're key locked from that essentially.
Well, we're gonna find out if FuriousMagic is knowledgeable about that entrance and that availability with that chest. I mean, there's really not anywhere else to spend that key right now. So it does make sense to do that check. I don't know if Furious is going to do Laser Bridge before that, though.
And this is the part of Inverted that is fun, aka Laser Bridge. 5 hearts.
Lasers hurt. Because you get not only the laser hit, which I think takes off 4 hearts, but you get the fall, which is 5. So getting hit by laser is just about a one-shot right now.
Map of Hera, I think that's our first map tonight.
Yeah, we found 1 compass and pod, and that's been it so far. It looks like Eyker is pretty comfortable with laser skips, so this is good. Hey, now we gotta find out that pod is a pendant, because why else would you get 6 pod smalls and a big key early?
I mean, it's the only explanation, you know.
True.
Okay, where's Eyker heading? Is Eyker heading to Hera? And just Herapot? And beat it? Or is Eyker heading to Aga? Boy. We're heading to Aga.
Oh, this is... Okay, this may still be an early check and a dip out.
Yeah, at least if we get a glove in here, I'll feel better.
It's probably not a dip out, unfortunately, because you have your Moon Pearl. So, what's to make you think this is not an Agaseed right now?
This is very true.
I mean, what's going on in your head at this point is, oh my gosh, I've chosen to skip Skullwoods. This is excellent. And little do you know, several of your pod keys are in there.
So, Lana, we are heading to go see Aga, the great wizard himself. Aga has a tendency of throwing blue balls at us. How many do you think that we will see tonight?
Well, I'll go with 3. Chat, what do you think? We've got a 5 already. If we can't play the GT game, let's play an AGA 1 game. How many blue balls, chat? What about you, Mocha Jones? What's your decision, or what's your typical choice?
My typical choice is 4.
4. Alright, so we got a 3 and a 4 from us. We got an 8 from chat. We've got a 7, couple 7s. Alright. Okay, so this is a very important decision for FuriousMagic coming up here. Oh wait, he's already got his glove. Never mind, we're good. Thanks, Link Force, for the amazing tracking.
Yeah, Furious definitely hit, lava chest. Definitely saw it.
So this definitely is not the end for Eyker, because there's still the possibility of something being on the Lumberjack. The downside is FuriousMagic will be able to scout that pretty quickly, but AGA still may be required.
And technically we could Skull Woods as well. We have dungeons that we can beat right now.
Very true, and we have some dungeon info now too, so Pod we're a bow short, but we can find out if it's required.
I believe that's 1 blue ball so far.
Ooh, FuriousMagic taking a death on Laser Bridge, which is not hard to do with 6 hearts.
Looks like only 1 blue ball tonight.
Wow. Well, let's take a look. Who's got a 1 in chat? We've got Ultras choosing 1. GG to you. Well done.
Eyker immediately going into the front of escape. Don't blame here.
It is quick. Logically past the first chest. Not technically in logic without the small key, but yeah, who cares about logic? Like you said.
Logic is just a suggestion at this point. And inverted, it's wibbly wobbly, logically stuff.
We also get Bombos for Turtle Rock. I don't think we knew that. But
We did not see that.
It's the front, so we don't really care about that much either right now. All we need is, what, 1 or 2 TR small keys and something you can do the whole dungeon from the back or midpoint.
We are going to see a tablet check, because we could not see that before. Small key.
What was it for? I totally missed that.
It's a small key to Terrapin, so...
And that was...
Oh, there's a bow!
That was a bow! Holy moly. Well, Pod is fully clearable right now.
Okay, the question is, does Eyker go back in the pod?
For the amount of checks you have, I don't think it's priority, but you can combo it when you go towards Eastern and Saha. Because there is only, what, 1 check left? I think Eyker was... Oh, wait. That is a good... Yeah, I guess FuriousMagic will be the one who will benefit more from that, but... Right now, it does give Eyker a chance to go back with their key that they have, and... Oh my gosh, if they go back with 1 key, they will just clear the rest of it. Well, they can't. No hammer. I keep forgetting who has the hammer, but it's on the tracker.
We'll say. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, FuriousMagic, don't get hit. Oh yeah, FuriousMagic is in a crystal Hera out of logic. Thank you for Herapot. And that is our first crystal of the match at 28:45.
Not too bad of a first crystal for a inverted key sanity.
Oh, Furious is also going to go ahead and clear out Eyker Tower.
It's a good check while you're up here, yeah.
Theoretically cleared out Eyker Tower. Could still, see just the first checks here.
Yeah, just check the first two. Otherwise, you know you got Light World access, so you can come back here quickly if you check Lumberjack and it's something.
I'm never against checking this in, or go ahead and. Nope, we are getting a mirror out, or save and quit out.
Oh, the second bow! Holy cow, second bow. And a Quake.
You know that Quake is needed for Mystery Mire, but is Mystery Mire required?
We do not know that yet. No map checks at all.
Desert small. Okay, Mire and Swamp.
Now, Desert is fully clearable.
5-6 are Mire and Swamp. That is good. So we do know that that Quake Medallion is required.
Looks like Eyker is taking that big and small key to Desert and going to Desert.
Oh, those are flippers.
Yeah, so definitely gonna need a Master Sword, I guess.
Yep, sword upgrade will be needed for those flippers.
So FuriousMagic making the right call, going into escape, gonna pick up that bow. And small key number, was that 2 or 3 to GT? I think that was 2.
That is small 2 for GT.
Well, we know we're guaranteed Master Sword somewhere before, so looks like GT is nothing but a climb at this point. Ooh, Blue Goo on Desert Ledge, probably going to go ahead and pick that up. Number 1, you got Green Mail. Number 2, your hearts are still reasonably low. And number 3, you don't have a bottle, so sick kid.
And it's Blue Goo.
It is. Okay, right side desert, what do we have?
Nothing so far, just some bombs.
Totally required small key there.
Yeah, that's probably the most explosive right side of the desert I've seen in a while.
Well, we've got boots, so that's not going to be a wasted desert trip. The only downside is it seems like every dungeon that this gives you early... 9 bombs now. Every time they give you access to an early dungeon, it's almost always a pendant for no reason.
Hey, there's a bit key.
Yeah, we got a few of those that we still need. Great.
Not really a necessary bit key, theoretically.
Hey, thanks, game.
I mean, it's a bit key nonetheless, which is another item, but if you route it just right, you don't need that ice palace bit key. And we do see that desert is a crystal. Thank you, map.
Well, vanilla map, always fun. Okay, FuriousMagic is electing to go ahead and enter Light World through the south. So probably not too far Eyker, or behind Eyker as far as getting that small key to desert and heading straight over there. That definitely makes Ice Palace routing a little bit easier because you'd never have to worry about returning it. You know the Ice Palace is going to be locked behind a Master Sword too, so you may elect not even to go in there until you get a Master Sword at least.
Right, so Eyker is heading towards their first crystal game. FuriousMagic is heading over the Hot Cave area. I don't believe Eyker went to Ice Rock Cave, so maybe Furious went that way.
Yeah, that's true. I think that Eyker routed Mini Moldorm left towards this area that they're currently in. And I also believe we went straight to desert, so Eyker is still going to have checkerboard as well as Agina available as soon as they finish up here, which is a great Masters or Silver fight for Eyker.
Small key to ice is our reward, as well as the crystal in here.
Oh, that's a pretty good reward. It's nice to have at least one ice small.
Great thing about Inverted is, hey, we could just go ahead and walk into Checkerboard Cave. Which it doesn't appear to be anything today.
Or a heart piece. Are we skipping Agina? Or did we already do that?
We've already checked again. It does not appear that Ice Rock Cave is anything today. Just some arrows.
Yeah, it looks like FuriousMagic is setting up for a water walk, or maybe a double water walk for Zorledge. And just a water walk. We have a bow. We can go ahead and route in Splash Delete if we need to for Zorledge. Ooh, that's a map.
That's a map we're not going to see.
Possibly not.
That is two small keys for ice. And the Bloomerang.
Well, if you're going to get a boomerang, the blue one, in my opinion, is the superior boomerang.
I completely agree right there.
Now, it looks like Furious is having a little bit of an issue with the... There we go, with the fake flipper back out of Hobo's area.
But Laprases are supposed to just swim, right?
You'd think so.
Eyker with some inverted knowledge, getting our Frogsmith friend by mirroring.
Yeah, only thing they're losing out right now from is not being able to do Pay Cave, unfortunately. Okay, gonna get simultaneous Blacksmith turns-ins as well as Stupid Shields. And Ether!
I will say that if you have to have a shield, Ether or a fire shield is fine. Especially to avoid getting those annoying fireball shots at you.
And hey, more bombs!
Get a small key to TR.
Not immediately useful, but...
I think that's our first TR small?
I believe it is, yeah.
We don't need to use Splash Delete because it is just a full heart, look like. We do find half magic in Chicken Hut.
Something you'll never turn down, and does technically give you an excuse to go ahead and go clear Ice Palace if you want to. Well, I guess Eyker cannot, but when Furious goes there and gets those items, that hammer will be useful.
Dude, small,
And
big.
another potentially useless big key, but no less. You get it before you go into the dungeons. That's good.
Find a cape, another heart, and a small key to TR. That's 2.
Yeah, that's all the TR smalls you need. Just need the big key and Samaria and, you know, an ice rod maybe.
We have Lapras fake flippering again.
Yeah,
Else
gonna
they have
turn
not
it.
learned. They haven't learned swim yet.
Gonna turn in that mushroom.
Now, will we see a reset here, or will we see the item that is pretty required for the seed?
Well, I think Furious save and quit out of the Zora area, so no, we're not. We're not gonna scum that. And
Huh?
FuriousMagic is going to be able to pick up those flippers on that first trip to the desert area.
And there's our ice rod.
Okay, well, we need a Samaria to clear out the rest of Turtle Rock.
We did get some pretty important. We did get some keys in Blanta, but the items there were a little bit better.
I do wonder if Furious is going to go ahead and route in what they can do in Thieves Town while in town, though.
We're
Still
going
no,
back in escape.
it's true. No small key, but, well, you can route in the back of Escape with the Sanctuary chest since you can't save and quit there in Inverted. So it's definitely good routing for Furious.
And Eyker is getting rich.
Yes, and mirroring 2 skull width. This is very good for Eyker. Or
Eyker's moving the portal.
hopefully all
And
these pod keys will force them to go back to pod sooner than later.
you have coin percent now. With Bombos being in Saint Chest.
Well, not immediately useful, but is an entrance to the front of Turtle Rock. Which isn't too bad because you can always, if you get the opportunity to, you go into Laser Bridge, you clear that out, you get tossed out the front of Turtle Rock, and you walk back in without even having to use Bombos, and then you clear out the front chests.
Now I'm curious. Will Eyker go ahead and clear out? Oh, what's here?
Ooh.
Half fire rod, half magic. It's
I-
appealing. Looks
I
like what
think-
happened.
Yeah, I think you do at this point, and it looks like we saw $5 on Lumberjack Zone. Unfortunately, Agassiz, not so much. It will, at the end of the game, help you get back to Ganon super quickly, though, if you have to leave for any reason.
I mean, technically, logically, this is an Agassiz. Technically, I believe.
That's true. With the Turtle Rock key placement, maybe you're right.
But Eyker is going to head to the Moth right now.
Well,
we don't know what this is yet.
Half Magic Fire Rod should hopefully be a cooperative Mothula.
Yeah, Fighter Sword Moth, not so much.
Shame that curtain does not open with a sword spin. You have to slash at it. It's so rude.
mean, one would think that, if you're spinning, you should, like, clear that whole wall that you're touching.
Right? Looks like we have a combination of fire rod shots, a spin here. But Montana being pretty cooperative and is quickly down, so we have Skullwoods as a pendant.
Pendant? Ooh.
Ugh. Well, that is
And
one of 3.
with this being inverted, we can't even mirror to see if Ed is anything right now.
Well, it wouldn't be too bad of a walk. I think Eyker's portal's just a little bit east, so technically they could go back to Light World after getting the big key chest and the front chests, and go check Pet if he should choose to do so.
We have Furious going in to clean up Thieves Town now. Does have Hammer, so we can check the big chest in here.
Yes, fully clearable and potentially a second pendant. Well, big key of Skullwoods was $20.
Eyker is leaving without going into the rest of it. Ooh, we see that pod is a crystal.
Okay, well, no hammer for Eyker, but hopefully, gonna get rewarded with that $5. But hopefully all these pod keys that you just found will send him back there pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't believe Eyker got all of them, just because I believe that there are some in the right, or there's one in, I believe, the spike chest. In the Gipto room. I might be mistaken.
Now, at this point, once Furious goes and gets those flippers, then probably will have the ice big by then, a couple of ice smalls, so that's going to be a fully clearable ice palace too.
And there's a bacon sword.
That's not a bad find, and won't technically be required for Eyker to get that if they choose to come and clear out Thieves Town ahead of time, but will be an unfortunate time loss if Thieves Town is his next play.
Yeah, we want to will Eyker towards the pod, knowing that that definitely is a crystal.
We're about to find out what the Thieves Town verdict is as well.
Very nice scripted fight there by FuriousMagic, and we get $20 and ultimately a blue pendant.
Well, we can get all our dungeon knowledge as soon as we talk to Saha. At this point, it's between what? Ice Palace, Eastern, and Turtle Rock?
I do believe so.
Depends on what that final pendant is, Scotty. If the final pendant is Turtle Rock or Meyer, or Turtle Rock, I should say, not so much. But so far, we do not have a ped check from either runner.
I believe. Wait. Yep. Eyker is going back into the Thieves' Town, hammerless.
Okay, that's going to cost a sword. But if Tempered could be hiding somewhere else for him, then that Master Sword will eventually pick up. Will at least be something.
Yeah, first definitely does want to. They do want to go into turn in that mushroom to get a sword from the witch's side as well.
Yep, 3 swords, knowledge right now. 4th still outstanding somewhere. It looks like FuriousMagic did mirror a little bit too far to the right and bonked, but not by much.
Oh, I thought that Sailor Mercury shroud was on the right pixel, but just a little bit to the left there.
Oh, that is true. Thank you for pointing that out, Linkforce. We kind of skipped the small key to Thieves' Town anyway, so even if Eyker had the hammer right now, may not be able to get it.
Alright, let's see what Magic Bat has for us today.
Just a reminder to chat as well. Follow these 2 runners. They're putting on a great show for us today. Or tonight. Or this morning, depending on your location.
This time zone is very important to us. And we are going to get hammer pegs from Furious. As we see Lapras body slam into all these pegs.
Okay, Eyker not missing out on much at Peg Cave, thankfully.
Oh, we're going to see purple chest from Furious.
Actually, it's a very good route because you can route in everything with desert as well. And that area will, of course, get you flippers at the very least. And a big key off of Desert Torch.
And a good fighter sword fight from Eyker here. Getting their pendant.
Okay, about to find out if Purple Chest is worth it, but at least we know that Bombo's Tablet and Big, or the Torch in Desert will be. No.
$20.
Womp womp. So I do wonder if this will push FuriousMagic right over to Ice Palace. After Desert.
And ladies and gentlemen, Lapras has learned swim.
Practically go mode.
Are we getting a pet check from Eyker?
I think we must. So close to pedestal. It's got to be on their mind, and frankly, it could be very valid.
Are we going back and getting? Yes, we are. We're getting the missed checks in here.
With the Purple Chest in tow, that is not something you see very often. Hi, Purple Chest. Just getting a tour through Skullwoods. A little unorthodox, but regardless, not going to regret coming back. And maybe even having more of a reason to get pushed back to pod.
Because there's one of those pods, smalls right there.
This will be pod 5 and 6, I believe, in this area.
There's a the small. I believe this right here should be the other pod. Oh, this is bombs. Okay. And save the quit out.
Oh, is Eyker just missing the one off of Pyramid? Oh, yeah, Link Force confirmed that as well.
Well, I'd say both Eyker and Furious doing some very good technical stuff with being sure to hook shot and then dash. That gets it to where we can dash while also carrying the purple chest.
Sadly, we did not get a pet check.
Sadly, we did not. I mean, we have 2 or 3 pendants.
Okay, Eyker, where are you going, my friend? Well, you're going back to, I guess, Aga. You're in front of GT there.
We're getting a pyramid.
This is good. Pod 6, please go back to pod immediately. In fact, use it as an excuse to route in Saha and all that stuff.
Definitely Saha. We want to see Saha. We need to know where Green Pendant is.
I don't even think FuriousMagic talked with the bomb shop, so I'm pretty sure he does not know what the red crystals are either.
Nope.
Oh, we're gonna get a sword upgrade for Eyker. But hopefully this does, if they do get flippers, hopefully it does not go right to Ice Palace. Ooh, good shot.
Alright, sword upgrade for Eyker. Kissing the assistant for giving them a sword and saving and quitting out.
Okay, Eyker, you know where flippers are, but we need you to go to pod before. That'll just send you right back on top where you are, Eyker. Oh, this looks like a... Wait, what are we doing?
I think Eyker might be heading to Eastern area.
Eastern pod, Eastern pod. Everybody chat, will Eyker to Eastern pod.
As FuriousMagic is heading into ice.
Oh no, we're getting the flippers! It's a good call from Furious. Ice Palace is fully beatable. You got 2 small keys. The only thing you don't have is Samaria, so eventually you gotta just go for it.
We are going to get the classic IPBJ.
Not often seen anymore, but certainly still handy on occasion. Okay, Eyker, just ignore those slippers for just a minute and go back to pod.
Is Eyker heading? Yes, it does appear to be Eyker to ice.
Well, it could be an ice rod cave into Flipper's checks without Ice Palace. We could hope it's that.
We could hope it's that.
Meantime, it looks like we're about to get that IPBJ. Let's get that Ice Palace bomb jump from FuriousMagic. First try. Well done.
There it is. Good IPBJ. And a strike on the ping gators here.
Now, Eyker has flippers, so we can see what that map is if he chooses to check in. Small key to skull. Thanks, game.
Yay, useless key.
Only 2 more keys and we can logically beat Skullwoods.
Oh, the mire.
Well, we can get in there. We just can't beat it without a red stick. And the map 2.
Oh, the useless map.
Right there with GT, I'm pretty sure we have both those maps now. An Evil Shield and Ether, of course.
As Furious is continuing to navigate through Ice Palace.
And Eyker with the knowledge of, hey, I have not done catfish.
Mire big. Good find and nice T there.
Required big key, that's good.
And Eyker say, I'm going to go back to this other dimension. I don't need the bombs, thanks.
Well, so far a big key to Mire, a small key to Mire, but it's otherwise a pretty empty Ice Palace so far. Oh, totally reversed, right? We got a hard piece. It's all good.
This looks like Furious just going to go ahead and beat Ice Palace. We do know that it is a crystal.
Heck yeah, that'll be crystal number 3 for FuriousMagic. Okay, Eyker,
Eyker's heading east.
Go east! I don't think there's anywhere else to go, but go east!
We are not the Pet Shop Boys. Go east.
And a fantastic fight from FuriousMagic, showing Cold Stare who's boss. Well, that's a map we don't have knowledge of, so... Is FuriousMagic actually going to press the X button, though?
Is this even randomized? Green Pendant Eastern?
My gosh. Well, that's all of our knowledge of dungeons, so... What are we missing at this point? We're definitely missing Samaria. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure just a Swamp Palace small. Samaria, is that it?
I believe so. It's just Matt's gonna come down to a Swamp Palace small.
Alright, well, Eyker is about to get that hammer. kind of probably wishing that they went to Skullwoods before coming here.
We're getting a pet check. Chat, get your pet hypes in chat.
Survey says.
Bum, bum, ba-da.
It was a hope. It was a dream. So what do you think? Swamp Palace small and first check swamp?
The game wouldn't be that cruel to us, would it?
Would it?
Would it?
Oh, blue mail on Bowlock side pod. So, unbeknownst to Eyker, you're going to be able to fully clear out the rest of pod as soon as we check this big key chest.
Honestly, if I'm Mike here, I'd just, I'd go beat Helma after this. Hi, Hammer.
Oh yeah, you're not leaving pod without Helmasaur on a stick. It's a thing. You gotta do it. You got all your keys. You're gonna full clear the rest of it. You're good.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Harmless Hellway was nothing.
So the only question that Eyker is probably asking himself is, oh crap, did FuriousMagic just go to pod and get that right away after Skullwoods? And the second question is, do I check Eastern Palace after this for something required? And meanwhile, FuriousMagic picking up their second pendant.
Oh, chat's being even more evil. Vanilla Cane.
That could be a thing, but with Big Key to Meyer, it's not out of the realm of possibility to go ahead and go in there as soon as you run out of other respectable things to do. You're done your crystal dungeons. You don't want to dip any known pendants, so you go into Meyer. You got the big key. You got some small keys, so it could have like a swamp small to go to swamp to get your Smari or something. So. And FuriousMagic about to get his 20 bucks. Boom!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of our runners are pretty good on money right now.
Fairly sure, yeah. And it looks like FuriousMagic is going to go clean up Pod, check out Saha, get that green pendant knowledge, and maybe even dip Eastern Palace if they're feeling sassy.
I like the sass there.
Or just maybe not get your green pendant knowledge. I don't see why that he wouldn't chat with them, but we'll see. Okay, game, we already told you. Furious and Eyker are both good on money. We don't need 3 hundos and see a green pendant Eastern knowledge. So FuriousMagic is possibly going to go into Eastern and pick up their third pendant. Because I don't think we have a map there either.
I don't believe so.
Does Furious know? Because we haven't. I don't think I ever saw Furious check the vendor for the red crystals. And small key to Skullwood. So yay! Thanks, game. Oh, it did. Okay. Thank you, Linkforce. Wonderful, wonderful tracker, human being.
We would be pretty lost with our trackers to keep us on track.
That's true. Plus, she's up like super late too, so it's already like what, almost 1:30 a.m. for her.
Ooh, I care with the Eastern dip.
Well, it's respectable, and you may as well. Darn shields.
And we can no longer see Sailor Mercury. That makes me very sad.
The shield's bigger than the sprite. Good job, chat, though. You're staying up late with us.
Oh, gotta love Rainbow After Dark.
Indeed. I mean, if you're in Australia, it's like mid-afternoon.
I don't do time zones. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Like, pushing 6:30 in the UK right now.
Ooh, SWAT small! Eastern required SWAT small!
Okay, so if FuriousMagic elects to leave Eastern, which I don't necessarily see at this point, then this is good for Eyker.
Wow. This may have just become a good race, like a closer race than it appeared 30 seconds ago.
It depends on Furious's next choice. Because at this point, you know that Eastern is just about your most dense checks of the game right now.
Eyker mirroring out, not having a big key to Eastern.
I'm probably going to go tag team both Swamp Palace and Ice Palace back to back, most likely.
It does appear that way.
Oh yeah, Furious is going to go straight into Eastern Palace, get that Swamp Small, not going to be too far behind Eyker. Which means that if Swamp Palace holds Samaria, not good for Eyker.
I can just see Samaria being in the waterfall chest.
Stupid shields. Oh, we are watching two runners chat, so it's probably most likely that Furious did, like Link4 said, went checked out the red crystals and found out all the other knowledge.
Yeah, these runners are definitely more execution knowledgeable than me talking about them doing their execution stuff. So I will say that they probably know the process of doing all of this. But nothing in the first check.
Which means it's a good thing that we didn't go here without that small key, which FuriousMagic just did pick up. So we are just a Samaria from Gomod at this point. Eyker still has to go to Ice Palace and get that Meyer Big Key. So basically, Eyker will have to go do... Okay, Eyker has a little bit of an advantage at this point in that if this does have Samaria, you go straight over to Ice Palace after you beat this. You get your Meyer Big Key and you're in Go Mode 2. The downside is we are still a little bit down as far as completion goes, and we are also a sword down because there is 0 chance that that big chest in Thieves Town is going to ever get checked.
Yeah, so Eyker better hope for another sword on the way. Spinning to winning is not the best strat that we love.
We've got silvers, but that's still quite a time loss.
Furious is swiftly heading over to Swamp, it appears, as we find red mail.
looks like Eyker is going to go left side swamp. So if left side swamp has Samaria and Furious goes straight to the back and skips left side swamp for a bit, then that is also good for Eyker.
Eyker putting the bomb down. We're going to take a little bit of time here. But we are going to get a bomber down.
Yes, no Samaria, so gotta do it somehow.
Love me a good bomber down.
Yeah, first try, well done. Not everybody knows that bomb setup. It's different depending on the sprite because some sprites are a little taller or shorter than others. Like Eyker's sprite is a pixel smaller than the standard Link, so you had to have a pixel that you could see through to do that setup. Whereas a Link sprite, or a good portion of sprites, you could just line it up with the very tip top of your hat and have no pixels between your hat or the top of your sprite and the railing.
Yeah, I typically go by shadow for my setups, but everyone is different in their own way in how they actually do these various pieces of tech here.
So we also find a small key to Hera on left side swamp, and Eyker has not gone to Hera yet, so that could be something.
Samaria in the basement, Chad is now saying.
Well, I don't see Furious taking a long time to go back to that. There's only so much left in the seed, but it could buy Eyker the time that he needs to get through this.
I'm still saying it's going to be a waterfall chest here. I'm probably completely wrong. I hope I am. Hope I'm not.
Oh,
and we have Bailout Sword.
Yes, FuriousMagic is going to get butter, but it's still not going to be a big enough advantage to make a huge difference on Ganon. An easier one-on-one, but that's about it. So far, so good for Eyker. You get your sword, and Samaria's not here. One more check, though.
Isn't there like some kind of homage to there being a sword in swamp somewhere?
There's always a sword in swamp, except when there's not. Heart number 14 for FuriousMagic.
And we are on to the Argus fight.
Argus! And we got silvers. You! Good shot.
Bullseye. From behind.
Okay, this is good for Eyker. We are still in it at this point for Eyker. FuriousMagic still has to go searching for that Samaria.
I would probably say that Eyker will head to ice. Head to ice. Which it does look like that is what is happening, getting that flute out. I would love to see a 8. There we go. And we're heading the ice.
So I could see FuriousMagic going straight for Mire at this point, because you're going to do that before you check Hero Basement.
Yeah. We also have Spike Cave as well. That's right, we still only have Wind Glove. Oh, Furious going to left side swamp.
Well, gonna get that Hera small key. Like I said, I don't see him going for Hera over Mire. But if Eyker feels behind when finishing this, I could see him doing Hera before Mire, because you can beat it minus the big chest. On the flip side, if FuriousMagic finds the Hero Big in Mire, you know that'll be the next location that he checks.
Alright, it is round 2 for IPBJ for today.
We had a 1-for-1 on FuriousMagic's side. Let's see what Eyker does.
If you're not practiced on IPBJ, practice IPBJ. You still need it.
You do. You don't want to have to go into ice without the Samaria stick, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And that being said, Eyker does get it on first try. Fell down once, but technically didn't place a bomb, so I say first try.
Totally first try. Question is, will Eyker get a strike? Eyker gets the strike.
And arrow refill. Exactly, Chad is a Samaria stick. Okay, moment of truth for Furious. I'm guessing Meyer trip, most likely.
And getting that flute out and going to a medallion. So we are going to see Eyker or FuriousMagic go ahead and go into Meyer. Just need to kill that pterodactyl. Quake medallion doesn't kill that pterodactyl.
It does not. Flying objects doesn't help so much. And Eyker deciding, heck with hookshot, just walk across those spikes.
Furious going with the fire rise strats in here. I love it.
And wisely going the key sanity route in Meyer. So, assuming that progression either through Meyer Big Key or Samaria is in Meyer, I give FuriousMagic about a 5-minute lead. As you know, you're going to go into Meyer or Hera really quick for Eyker when you're up on Death Mountain, and you're going to go ahead and just clear that out very quickly.
It all depends on where's this cane.
Yeah, very true. There are several isolated checks right now, but I think Hera is the biggest annoying one right now, so I could see them knocking that out pretty quickly.
You want to know Evil Brain?
Let's hear it.
Mitts to go into King's Tomb.
That could be a thing. Hey, we can logically beat Skull now.
Dude, chat saying shovel the mitts.
That could be a thing. Well, we are running out of checks quickly in Meyer, but we still got plenty. Wrong stick, game. We do not need the Saku cane, we need the red stick. Though that is Spike Cave, logically. And plus, of course, with the amount of bottles that we have, that's still a thing.
You know that it cannot. Oh, there it is, right there.
That is go mode, 123.13. Holy moly. I did not mean to interrupt you, Mocha Jones. My apologies.
Oh, it's completely moot what I was about to say now. Completely moot.
And Eyker realizing that you don't have the mitts to get that way, so you have to go all the way up to get a light world mirror and get to the dark world. Alright, so Eyker needs to go to Meyer to get that red cane, and you unfortunately need to go back up Death Mountain to do Hera. And unfortunately in this mode, Hera's not fantastic to get to because it's not like you could do it and mirror over to GT.
Yeah, that's very true. And both runners still need to do Turtle Rock.
Yes, Turtle Rock is a thing, so you're gonna have to climb up Death Mountain one more time.
Luckily for our runners, they don't have to do the entire T of Turtle Rock.
True. Just go back to Laser Bridge, wipe that out, and then you're pretty much, well, for Eyker, I guess you just go straight from TR to Hera, or Hera to TR, depending on what you want to do. I guess fewer climbs that make more sense to do Hera than go back to the right to TR, so you don't have to climb up the mountain again.
But Furious about to make that last trek up the mountain to finish up TR, and then we have a climb.
Yeah, we're gonna be done.
No guessing game, just a climb.
Yeah, we're pretty much gonna be heading to GT in about 2 minutes or so.
Eyker making a play into Meyer will be rewarded if Eyker goes right first.
At the very least, we hope that Eyker skips the big key chest, aka cutscene chest. Just like that, FuriousMagic will be at Trinex in about 20 seconds. 30 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
Bonking.
No more bonks. No more mirror bonks.
But the big question, do we get any like glitched little beams before going into GT? I hope we do.
I don't know.
Like glitched sword crystal beams, whatever you want to call them, I don't know. I really want to see them. That's a good trick. That's beams with an M. I don't play glitch modes. Sorry.
The one advantage having gold sword is, hey, you could just swing, 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 switch, swing, swing, swing on Trinex.
And we are doing cutscene chest.
And ladies and gentlemen, there are 22 checks, and oh wait, never mind, we have the answer our big key already.
The way Fred Copeland says this, there's 22 checks in GT, and we will be checking nothing. Something like that.
You guessed negative 472. You're probably correct.
That could be a thing. I mean, technically we found GT, Big Key, and Skull, which for FuriousMagic was probably check number 3 or 4? I'm pretty sure FuriousMagic went from there to, or from, what, Meyer Shed to Skullite. No, wait. Furious did go there early, yeah.
Eyker at 1 hour 28, 55 gets their Kane Gobo.
Glitched crystal beams. Glitched crystal beams. You can do it, Furious. Just give us a couple of swings. You can do it. Ah. Wrecked. That's okay. Well, Eyker gets to route nicely, though. Like we said, gets to do hero really quick and pretty much just hero pot the way up and ride over to TR to finish that up, and then it's GT. So realistically, even with the Aga play and curious routing decisions at some points, Eyker is really not all that far behind.
Furious is furiously navigating GT, heading into the bulk of the gauntlet here, taking the fall just to get those frames to go through those cannonballs.
Heck yeah. Pretty sure I've only seen like 1 or 2 people that are just able to time that and just dash through everything. Everyone else is just like, fall.
So far, pretty good. Room 3, room 4, and we are through. Heading into Lambo 2.
But silver's more than half your magic. This is going to be a pretty brief fight. Okay, so less brief than I thought it would be, but regardless, 2 out of 3. Not bad.
Ooh, insert hop on that last Lambo there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's okay.
Now we're getting to the most therapeutic rooms of this run, the Wizrobe rooms, cause just go and drop the Mario block and activate it. Hey, you've actually just took out everything in the room.
And Eyker are not quite able to decide how they want to route Hera. And then realizing that you don't have mitts, so you have to actually get to Death Mountain from the right side and hookshot. I did have the right idea, trying to go for Hera, but realizing I can't mirror Dark to Light. Right! Furious having some minor issues in Torch Room, but gets through it. Thank you for the robot. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we have plenty of keys, so we're just gonna keep going. Not gonna worry about the mini helmets in there. Just go.
Yeah,
And
butter.
also saying go by doing hook speed strats for hairpot.
Just a reminder as well, chat, we haven't said this enough. Follow these 2 runners, Eyker and FuriousMagic. They're putting on a great show for us. And of course, give a follow to my co-com Mocha Jones, Mocha Jones 10 in Twitch, and then also Linkforce, doing a fantastic job, Linkforce 0 with the tracking.
And toss one over to Lana Bean as well, as we do have FuriousMagic going into Aga 2. Did you study your agonometry today?
Well, kind of rotten placement on that first part, but a good recovery with a 2. And then a 2. And then a 2.
2, 2, 2. Eyker is heading into Laser Bridge to go fight a Trinex.
You know, the curious thing is we still don't have that logical glove in Turtle Rock, I'm pretty sure. So there's a second glove out there, which is our logical first glove.
And we also do not have a big key for Hera. So logically, there are two things that are missing from this seed that we don't care about.
Just could be two TR smalls out there somewhere to give us our first glove on TR. In TR, I guess, because the other glove could be in GT, but I don't know. It's very curious.
We have a Warping McWarperson Ganon.
Okay, and Eyker finishes up, gets Crystal number 7, probably going to be doing the exact same thing and going to GT, except that Eyker is going to be able to save and quit and start right in front. But that being said, what, 7 minutes behind, maybe 8?
Yeah, and Furious just has one more arrow, and there it is. That is that last arrow into Ganon. And we are about to have our first place winner with FuriousMagic here, just about crossing this bridge. And FuriousMagic is finishing in first place with a race time GG time of 1 hour 35 minutes and 44 seconds. Get those GGs in chat.
GG's Furious.
Yes, please be sure to tip your comps and trackers. So literal getting climbed behind.
Looks like we'll be hopefully getting joined by FuriousMagic here momentarily for an interview. And with that, we do have FuriousMagic joining us in the booth. GG to you.
Hey, GG's.
So, what do you think of the not so in logic glove that we still have no idea where the other one is, or 2 TR smalls?
Well, there's a TR small on Ether tablet, so that one, I do have 3 in logic right now, but I don't know. Yeah, I still don't know where the where that last TR small is. So, no clue if that's the logical glove or if there's another glove that I still haven't found somehow.
We still have not found it at all. Eyker still is pretty much in the same boat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That was really interesting to see how you could I'm not okay yet. I mean, since I don't know where the TR smalls are or where the other glove is, I don't know if it's Aggie required or not. But that hammer getting that in my first GP pod, that one felt really good for sure.
Yeah, and that did turn up being like the difference in the match. Because Eyker did not go into Skull Woods as early as you did.
Interesting. Skull Woods is just honestly just my starting play for like all inverted seats. So even though we had the flute and all, I just still like to go Skull Woods just to get the guaranteed bombs. The good room can be finicky, but yeah, the assured bombs in the drop down is really nice. So that's why I still just go to Skull Woods immediately. Getting the GT Big Key immediately, the first check, that was really relieving because I've seen some seeds before where the GT Big Key has been some awful occasions. So thank God we didn't have to hunt that down today.
Was that check number 1 for you in the entire
That
series?
was check number 1.
Link Force was right. Okay, I thought it was like check number 3 or 4 after doing the Mire Shed, but no, you didn't go there till later.
Nope. Yeah, that was check number 1 because I did give the room first in inverted flute for some reason.
Well, it turns out to be the right call, because even if you didn't get that GT big key, you got the several pod smalls from the front, so that's kind of what got you your hammer for sure.
Yeah, it was really like when I got like 3 pod spawns before heading to pod. I'm like, that's really alarming. There's definitely something in the back of pod. I wasn't sure how much more I should fish out before I went there, but getting the one on the pyramid, pretty much sealed the deal. I had to go to pod after that. With the 4 pod smalls, if I didn't get the 5th one in pod, I would have definitely save scummed the big key chest. So I would have gotten that hammer regardless. Otherwise, if the chest is garbage, I could save the key and have one when I go back for Helmasaur.
And what did pod end up having? That was what, hookshot, sword, and hammer?
Yeah. The lamp in the dark room was pretty funny. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, look at that! There's a lamp, neat. This certainly helped out the dark maze. That's what I was also afraid of, just getting bodied by the Gibdos in there. So I was very glad when the lamp showed up, and then when the sword showed up, that was just a bonus at that point.
It was definitely screaming pod, but after that, your routing was pretty solid throughout. Eyker unfortunately had an early, didn't decide to go to Skullwoods, and I think went and did Agate beforehand, which kind of cost him a few minutes. But other than that, both your routing was pretty darn solid for both of you throughout this.
Mm-hmm. The one major regret I have is going for Skullwoods when I knew it was a pendant at the time. When I did the map check, and then I flew to 3, you could see the hesitation I had. I'm like, wait, Skullwoods is a pendant. I don't really want to do this dungeon, do I? But I also wanted to play a bit defensively because I stole the small key from the back. I could have went back at any point if I didn't steal that small key, and I was worried that Eyker might have went there sooner and then got progression there. So that was more of just a defensive play than anything else. Otherwise, go ahead.
Right. No, I was just going to say, not a huge time investment either, since you can flute right over to Thieves Town, walk north, and be there pretty quickly. So it's an investment a little bit in time, but you cleared it out pretty darn quick.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say, Eyker is in their Ganon fight, about to hit phase 4. There's one question I want to ask both of y'all whenever, if we get Eyker in here. About the one item of the sea that troubled everyone.
Kane?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Eyker is finishing off Ganon here. Sword in air. And Eyker has finished with the official race time. .gg time of 1 hour 42 minutes and 17 seconds. Get those GGs in chat and be sure to tip your comms and trackers, people. As we are also joined by Eyker GG.
GG.
Hey, GG's Eyker.
Alright, I got a question for both of y'all, since both of you are now in chat. How about that Kane placement?
That game was good. I thought it was going to be there.
French vanilla hammer, French vanilla cane. What else we got, game? Come on. It would have, honestly, my normal route would have been to dip Mire right after deserts, but I had a full clearable ice without cane, unfortunately. But I had ice, I had pod, I had Skullwoods, which in the end it was a pendant, but I had that as well. So there was just too much to just pull me out of Mire.
I didn't have the big key at the time, so I didn't want to go in and think both the cane and the big key are going to be.
Oh yeah, that as well. Yeah, that ended up being in ice, and then after that, then I just had other things to do. So Mire was definitely low on the list.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, going in there without that big key, kind of a time investment. But Kane,
1 item short, we'll do it. 2 items short, no.
Yeah.
The one thing that Eyker did not have that FuriousMagic had going into Thieves Town was that small key. So kind of missed out on a sword for a little bit, unfortunately.
Oh, that's what the fourth sword was.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Oh, where's that? I'm trying to remember where that small key was. Was it like?
It was in Skullwoods, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
Skullwoods. I was going to say.
because I did Thieves Town first and then Skullwoods,
Gotcha.
and then I'm like, oh man.
But thankfully, you got bailed out a bit in the back of my swamp, so that's good. But overall, Eyker, the early Aga play before going into Skullwoods, what's your thought process beyond that? Obviously, the 2 keys are big, but you know.
Yeah, I had the 2 keys. I had Moon Pearl. I think I got the glove before I went in there. I'm thinking of a hammer or another glove, probably not going to be found here. So it's giving me everything to do Aga. I should do Aga. And really missing the hammer that was in pod because I went in with 1 key was huge.
So if you had gone into Skullwoods, I guess earlier, or let's say you went into Skullwoods after you had gone into pod and got those extra keys, would that have pushed you back into pod before Aga, or do you think you would have still gone to Aga before?
I think I still would have done Aga, honestly, because when I went into pod with the 1 key and I found the 2nd key, I went to the back and found like everything except not the important thing. My thought was, okay, there are probably 2 small keys to pod in Skullwoods, which would make this in logic, and I don't need to get those now. So when I went to the mountain, found 2nd Aga small and mirror and like a whole bunch of stuff to be able to do things in the light world. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go up Aga, go to light world, go do stuff. Find my hammer, find my mitts, something.
Yeah, and I do believe logically still this was an Aga seed. Because that glove that was on lava chest, I don't think we can logically still get there.
I'm just trying to think like where the other glove could be. I still haven't checked like Sick Kid. That's
What's the Sick Kid?
What else do I have? That's in
I had
logic.
Spike Cave.
But you need a glove for that.
You need a glove for that. They're right. Yeah, I'm at a loss as to where it could be.
It could be that you need to dive mire for Kane. That's only blocked by like what small key or the big key. So you need to get the Kane to go into TR to get maybe more TR keys. Maybe that's the answer because we both had Kane go mode. So the answer very well could just be TR still.
Could be the front of TR, those first 3 checks. Although, yeah, because we had the medallion for it.
Where was Quake again?
Quake was early.
It was early. I want to say it was pod. Or maybe that area.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we had that access with the sword from pod big chest, huh? Okay, that makes sense.
logic.
Who knows?
yeah. In the end, however we get to the end, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Inverted logic is kind of just a really hard suggestion at this point.
It really is, yeah. Well, it's kind of like it's kind of what's the Aga play. You know, you got 2 keys. The logic is just insisting you go kill Aga, and it does make sense from Eyker's point because there is a lot in the light world you can do versus going back to pod for who knows what. So
that's true. I mean, you're trying to get a hammer before going back to pod, which is one of the reasons why it took so long to get back there. I hear that.
Yeah, there were so many dungeons that were clearable. I mean, the desert, Thieves Town, Skull Woods. Then it finally went back there.
And even to an extent, Ice Palace would have been available to a certain extent without the hammer if you really wanted to as well. In fact, yeah, I think the Meyer Biki. Oh shoot, was that locked?
It was in Ice Tea. So
okay, couldn't remember where that was.
I only really started worrying about pod once I found the 6th small key, and I'm like, oh well, that before Eastern.
I had like 6 pod keys pretty early as well. I'm like, oh, this hammer's action is in logic. Look at that.
Okay, well, it's getting pretty late for many people, so any final thoughts from either of you two before we close it out here?
That's surprised you didn't comment on me taking purple chest in the Skullworks.
I thought that was fun. That was fun.
My side while we're doing it.
It's 1 o'clock here. I wasn't gonna comment on it, but that's pretty great. When is match 2 against y'all? Since you're the first one in this entire bracket stage.
We might be the first one playing. We might be the last ones in round 1. Actually, we probably won't be able to schedule until next weekend or 2 weekends. So
yeah, as I'm going on vacation, I'll be gone until June, whatever that Saturday is. So our next one's probably going to be Saturday 11 p.m. I think we were talking about.
Yeah, something along those lines. So.
All right, well, we are looking forward to that. Again, GG to both of y'all.
GGs, and hopefully we'll get some McBoss somewhere in here because neither of us had yet to play it.
Just more likely next time now.
Yeah, thanks for the commentary. Thanks for the tracking. Thanks for the restream. Appreciate it.
Well, thanks for joining us. You both did a fantastic job.
Definitely gave us something to talk about. But again, please give our runners a follow, Eyker and FuriousMagic. If you enjoyed what they were doing tonight, go follow them on their respective channels and see what they do out of races. Again, thank you, Lana Bean, for joining me in commentary. Link40 for keeping us on track by clicking those buttons. And please also give the speedrunning family of channels a follow if you're not already doing so. SpeedGaming and then SpeedGaming 2 through 6. So yeah. Lana Bean, go ahead and take us out of here.
Sounds great. We'll go over tomorrow's schedule really quick and we'll call it. So tomorrow is SpeedGaming 2, 1 p.m. Eastern, the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. At 3 p.m. Eastern, we have a match between Matt7898 and FaZe. And we also, on SpeedGaming Prime, we have at 2:10 p.m. the race between Ravis and Chimo. And at 4:10 Eastern, the race between Madcap and Will C. Again, both those on SpeedGaming 1. So keep an eye on these SpeedGaming channels for all these races coming up. It's going to be an exciting week. So everybody have a fantastic week. Mocha Jones, it was a fantastic time here chatting with you for a couple hours. So definitely look forward to doing this again sometime.
Oh, most definitely.
And everybody out there, have a good night. And thanks for staying up so late.